welcome back to another MTH HO scale catalog. Today we're going to be looking through MTH's 2017 to 18 HO scale model trains catalog. So let's go ahead and get looking at this. So there's the table of contents and finding MTH products. There's Proto-Sound 3.0, the rich set of features in model railroading. It features lighting effects, synchronized chuff and puff, Proto-Sound 3.0 DCC functionality. You can operate them all. Brake sounds, bidirectional communication, multiple unit capability, great smoke, unmatched speed control, extraordinary slow speed capability, atmospheric sounds, station sounds, vivid engine sounds, full compatibility with all operating systems. So for steam, it features headlight, backup light, bell, whistle, startup, shutdown, passenger station, freight yard sounds, all other lights on and off, master volume, front coupler, rear coupler, forward whistle signal, and reverse whistle signal. Great crossing signal, smoke on and off, smoke volume, idle sequence, 3, 2, and 1, extended startup, extended shutdown, board chuff, drift chuff, and one-shot doubler, coupler stack, coupler close, or actually slack. So yeah, pretty much all of that. So the diesel electric features headlight, backup light, bell, horn, startup, shutdown, passengers and freight yard sounds. Other lights on and off, master volume, front and rear coupler, forward horn and reverse horn signal, grade crossing signal, clickety clack on and off. Idle sequences 1 through 4, extended startup, extended shutdown, rev up, rev down, one shot, doubler, coupler slack, and coupler close, single horn blast, engine sounds, brake sounds, cab chatter, feature reset, smoke on and off, smoke volume, photograph, auto manual, and front pantograph up and down, and the rear pantograph up and down. Alright, so there's DCS, simply the best way to run a railroad. It's accessible for any iOS or Android smartphone, tablet, or they include remote. It can be upgraded for free over the internet. It can do more for less money than other command and control systems. This is why you'll have more fun operating your trains than ever before. And DCS can run over 800 MTH HO Proto-Sound 3.0 and 3 plus locomotives and run 99 of them at the same time on the same track, independently at command mode. So there's the DCS remote control handled unit, DCS Wi-Fi interface unit, DCS accessory interface unit, DCS Explorer track interface unit, DCS track interface unit. There's the and you can also download the app for running MTH trains. Alright, so they have some Proto-Sound 3.0 DCC upgrades. Like all modern electrics, Proto-Sound 3.0 continues to evolve thanks to its software-based heritage. All of our latest locomotives are equipped with upgraded software that enhances their operating characteristics. Improvements including new DCC features such as events consisting, feature mapping, and speed mapping. Changes also include the ability of the locomotive in command mode to immediately start its sounds upon movement of the locomotive, eliminating the previous requirement to start up or F3 to turn on sounds and lighting. Operators will find new features on their 2016 and later locomotives, including ES44AC-9 and GP38-2 features in this catalog. All of our 2016 and later steam locomotives and support new features as well, including the Allegheny 2.0, H10, 462, K4s, Norfolk and Western Class J Union Pacific Big Boy, and Southern Pacific, and cab forward, and German S36. Alright, so starting off with the UP40, the UP4884 Big Boy. This one is die-cast metal. This enduring symbol of American Railroad returns to the rails for 2017, featuring their industry-leading speed control and synchronized puffing smoke output, as well as authentic articulated chuffing sounds with the front and rear engines drifting out of sync. And when Union Pacific Railroad finishes its restoration prototype of the Big Boy 4014, which is currently taking place, they'll record number 4014 in action, and issue a free replacement sound set that you can download into any M.T.H Big Boy. Alright, so they have different models of the Big Boy. They have, I think we saw these in last week's catalog. And there's the set right there. And I'm pretty sure some of you know what the features are as of now. And here's the anatomy of for a Big Boy. And here is the 4882 AC6 cab forward locomotive. The cab forward showcases all the features that distinguish an MTH steamer. Fully die-cast construction for durability, detailed and pulling power, Proto-Sound 3.0 with 28 function DCC and articulated sounds, including the front and rear engines going in and out of sync, speed control for smooth, steady speeds for crawl to full throttle, interchangeable drivers with and without traction tires, puff and smoke synchronized with the drivers, a full complement of LED lighting, and superb detailed right down to the Ledger's builder plate. So this model features die-cast boiler and tender and body, die-cast metal chassis, authentic paint scheme, hand-painted engineer and fireman figures, metal handrails, whistle bell, RP25 metal wheels, metal axles and metal gears, sprung drivers, interchangeable drivers with and without traction tires, 158 scale caddy whisker couplers, operating caddy compatible remote control proto coupler on the tender, prototypical rule of 17 lighting, constant voltage, LED headlighting, LED illuminating, number boards, LED class lights, LED illuminated cab interior, LED illuminated tender backup light, powerful 5-pole precision flywheel equipped, screw wound motor, synchronized puff and proto-smoke system, locomotive speed control and scale MTH increments, wireless drawbar with closed coupling option, 187 scale proportions, onboard 28 function DCC DCS decoder, operates on code 7083, 100 track Proto-Sound 2.0 with the digital command system featuring coilable whistle and freight yard photo effects. It measures at 16 3/4 inches, 1 1/2 inches, and 2 5/16 inches, and operates on 18 radius curves. Alright, so here they have the models. They have and they have different models right there. Alright, I'm back. So as I was saying, there's are the cab forward original number 4130. I think all of them are Southern Pacific. They have 4130, 4138, and 4131, 4135, 4129, and 4133. And here's the anatomy of a A64882 cab forward. These are basically the features that I point out. Yeah, pretty much that. And here is the Norfolk and Western J484 Northern J class. Alright, so we're Returning in 2017, their Norfolk and Western J is more fun to operate than any other previous version of this magnificent locomotive. With its Norfolk and Western whistle, passenger station announcements, synchronized chuffing, puffing, smoke, and speed controls so smooth you won't spill the water in the diner. In 2013, the Virginia Museum of Transportation formed the Fire Up 611 Committee to restore the long remaining J-Class number 611 to operation. Thanks to their efforts, today you can ride behind the Queen of Steam, arguably one of the best steam engines ever designed. To learn more, visit fireup611.org. 611 is still in service as of today, giving out rides for the 250th bicentennial of America. So yeah, it's still in operation as of today. And there's also 601, 603, and 607. Some of those are not shown. Anyway, here are the features. So it features intricately detailed die-cast spoiler and chassis, intricately detailed die-cast tender and body, authentic paint scheme, real tender co-load, intricately detailed locomotive and tender trucks, hand-painted engineer and fireman figures, metal handrails and whistle, RP25 metal wheels, metal axles and metal gears, sprung drivers, interchangeable drivers with and without traction tires, two 158 scale caddy whisker couplers, operating caddy compatible remote control, proto-coupler on tender, prototypical Rule 17 lighting, constant voltage LED headlight, LED illuminated class lights, LED illuminated number boards, cab interior 10 backup light, powerful 5-pole precision flywheel equipped, a skew wound motor, synchronized puff and proto-smoke system, locomotive speed control and scale, M.T.H increments, wireless drawbar with closed coupling option, 187 scale dimensions on board, DCC DCS decoder, operates on code 70, 80, and 100 track Proto-Sound 3.0 with a digital command system featuring coilable whistle and passenger station. Proto effects measures 15 3/8 inches, 1 1/2 inches, 2 1/4 inches, and operates on 18-inch radius curves. And yeah, pretty much that. And here is the anatomy of a Class J 484. These are basically the features I pointed out. And if you want to know where the whistle is, it is somewhere back there. Yeah. And here is the C&O 266 Allegheny. It is die-cast metal. I'm pretty sure we saw this locomotive back in last week's catalog. Yes, we did. So I'm pretty sure y'all already know what the features are. And they have locomotives from 1601, 1604, 1610, and 1618. Here's the anatomy of a 2666 Allegheny. And here is the Pennsylvania H10 2-0 consolidation. This is another one we saw in last week's catalog. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty much that. So, like I said before, all models include onboard 28-function DCC decoder. So they have Long Island, Pennsylvania, and their die-cast H10 features extraordinary level of detail you've come to expect in the M.T.H scale. MTH scale. Did I say O scale? I mean HO steamer. Virtually all piping and boiler appliances and separate add-on parts, rods and valve gear in a prototypically darkened, grimy appearance, and the Proto-Sound 3.0 sound and control systems an accurately Pennsy whistle. If a model period from the Woodrow Wilson era, Eisenhower years, there's appropriate chore on your railroad for this rugged, muscular-looking steamer. And here are the Pennsylvania K4s. This is yet another one we saw in last week's catalog. So, all models include onboard 28 function DCC decoder. In its early years, the K4s eliminated double heading on most passenger runs, and it was designed to, but as schedules accelerated, air-conditioned cars became the norm. Double heading became compliance again, with the Pacific offering triple heading on runs and over Horseshoe Curve. The Pence's conquest of the Allegheny Mountains as a testament to their bulletproof construction. 424 of the original 425 K4s Pacific were still in service as of late 1946, finally displaced on limiteds. The fleet soldered on branch lines and secondary service until the last K4s were dropped in 1958. So they have 719, 5497, 3681, and 3752. And here's the Bavarian Class S36 Express. We saw this in last week's catalog, and I gotta say they look very some of these engines look very different. So anyway, even after World War II, the Asian engines continued to be great performers. A large number were synchronized with new boilers and became the most economical steamers in the Justis. I don't know. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. In the DB, the new name for West Germany's railroad system. By the late 1960s, however, the S36 class was originally numbered 159 locomotives and have been retired, with the number of engines preserved in museums and operating conditions. MTH is proud to offer a superbly detailed, smooth-running model of one of Europe's favorite steam engines. There were original Royal Bavarian paint schemes and most nationalization black and red. Yeah. There's the 3632, 3641, 18451, and 18447. And here's the anatomy of the S36 Express. And here's the General Electric -9 locomotives. I'm pretty sure this is another one we saw in last week's catalog. So, while this model has not been the first HO replica of the -9, they believe it's the best. From the shock absorbers and brake lines on its high-ad trucks to its windshield wipers, MU hoses, and metal grills, their -9 is loaded with the accurate added-on detailed parts. Proto-Sound 3 models, including flash and ditch lights, smooth performance, and 3-scale miles per hour crawl to full throttle, cruise control for steady speeds regardless of curves, switches and grades, built-in decoders for DCC and MTH digital command system, DCS remote uncoupling anywhere on the layout, and a full range of sounds recorded from an actual prototype engines. Or prototype sound models are more fun to operate than any other HO locomotives. I'm pretty sure y'all know the features right now. They have all of these are actually -9s. Here's the BNSF swoosh colors. This one is a Santa Fe. And it has a flexible mold design that allows for 10 different road-specific body configurations. And here's the Canadian National Santa Fe, Chicago Northwestern with the Operation Lifesaver logo, and the Southern Pacific. There's the Union Pacific, another Union Pacific with the C&W flag logo, Norfolk and Southern Black Horse logo, and the Norfolk and Southern Black Operation Lifesaver logo. And here's the General Electric ES44AC. We saw this in last week's catalog. It has flexible mode and allows for different road specific body configurations. and and for the prototypical charging lights explained, the real-life Gevo Hybrid was an experimental engine equipped with batteries to store energy normally dissipated as a heat during dynamic braking. That stored energy that could be used for a short burst of free power to lower fuel consumption and emissions. Chase lights below the walkways and flash sequence and charge directional indicate charging or discharging activity. A feature portrayed in their model. So they have the diesel engine cab number 2010 3020 or CXS. They have the Florida East Coast Union Pacific, the Union Pacific with the 5000 logo, BNSF Norfolk and Southern. They have the Canadian Pacific, Ferrisur, Kansas City Southern, Christmas, Halloween. And here are the Norfolk and Southern Heritage Series diesels. They have the Interstate, Central Georgia, Conrail, or not the Conrail, the Monongalia, Conrail, Lehigh Valley. They have the Southern Pennsylvania, Norfolk and Southern, Nickel Plate Road, Norfolk and Western. Anatomy of an ES44AC. So these are basically the features that we point out. Oh, I don't think I have done this one as well. Or I think I did this one. But either way, here are the Alco FA. Actually, I have done this one. This was featured on last week's catalog. This is the Alco FA FB-1. All Proto-Sound models include onboard DCC receiver. In any case, the bodyguard looks of Alco's FA and PA cab units have endured them to railfans and models for more than half a century. Both were styled by Ray Patton, General Electric's head of industrial design, who a decade earlier had received the Lord and Taylor Award for a cooking range design. As slightly as grand piano, many would argue that Alco's FA-1 built from 1946, 50 and successor FA diesels were both handsomer and more powerful looking at their major competitors. EMD, F3, and F7 covered wagons. A signature of Alco cab units was the striking rivet grille sounding the headline. While Alco FAs were sold primarily as freight haulers, they did have room for optional passenger service steam generator at the rear of the engine compartment. So they have different route numbers. They have the Sioux Line, Erie, Canadian Pacific. And here are the EMD GP38s. In command mode, you can operate this second generation Starlet with any other DCC, MTH, DCS equipped models with DCS system. You can relate a lasso with just a few keystrokes, climbing over one or more GP38s with other Proto-Sound through first, second, and third generation diesels, and run them all from a single daughter, just like the prototype. They have road numbers. They have the Norfolk and Southern First Responders GP38 diesel, or GP38-2 diesel, that's corrected. They have the Canadian National CXS, CP Rail, Florida East Coast, BNSF. They have the Cheesy System, Conrail, CXS, the Indiana Railroad, and Long Island. They have the Maryland Midland, Norfolk and Southern, New York and Atlantic Railway, the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, Southern Pacific, and Union Pacific. And here's the anatomy of a GP38-2. And here are the NYC R17 subways. So, you can still ride the NR17 today in New York and Connecticut. Both the New York Transit Museum in Brooklyn and Shoreline Trolley Museum in East Haven, Connecticut have restored operational R17. In fact, the Shoreline's car 6688 appears in the movie The Amazing Spider-Man. Other film appearances by R17s include The French Connection, Ron Howard's Night Shift, and an interior shot for the open end credits of Oliver Stone's Wall Street. So they have all of these are Metropolitan Transport Authority. It comes in blue and silver, maroon, red, and MWO, or yellow and black, whatever you want to call them. And here's the anatomy of an R17 subway. And here are the NYC R21, R22 subways, all new for 2017. So they have the Metropolitan Authority green, Metropolitan Authority red with silver roof, the green with silver roof, and silver and blue. So for the features, they have a 4-car consist with 1 powered car, non-powered cars. Power car features intricately detailed durable ABS body, detailed car undercarriage metal chassis, authentic paint schemes, detailed 4-wheel trucks, RP25 metal wheels, metal axles, and metal gears, 2 remote control proto-couplers, 2 158 scale caddy whisker couplers, directional control constant voltage LED headlights and rear markers, LED illuminated local express signs, LED illuminated route and destination signs, LED illuminated side destination signs, powerful 5-pole precision flywheel equipped, skew-wound balance motor, locomotive speed control and scale M.T.H increments. Operates on inch radius code 7083 or 100 track, 187 scale proportions, onboard DCC receiver or DCC-ready with the 7-pin socket, equipped with the Proto-Sound. Vehicle own features station stop proto effects. Non-powered car features intricately detailed durable ABS body, detailed car undercarriage, metal chassis, authentic paint scheme, detailed interior with constant voltage overhead, LED lighting, LED illuminate side destination signs, detailed 4-wheel trucks, RP25 metal wheels on metal axles, 2 158 scale caddy whisker couplers. And here are some rolling stock. They have passenger cars, box cars, hoppers, flatbeds. They have some R40-2 Woodside reefer. So they have the Brookside Fresh Milk, Hummel Brothers, Colombian Soups, Pacific Fruit Express, Monarch, Woodside Reefer, Ralston Purina, Pacific Fruit Express. So they have intricately detailed durable ABS body, RP25 metal wheels mounted on metal axles, detailed brake wheels, separated metal grab irons, 187 scale dimensions, 2 158 scale caddy whisker couplers, detailed undercarriage, detailed 4-wheel trucks, measured 6 1/4 and 1/2, 2 1/8, operates on 18-inch radius curves, and they have the Pacific Fruit Express, like I said. And here are some USRA 55-ton steel twin hoppers. They have the Chesapeake in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Chesapeake in Ohio, Keystone, Norfolk and Western, Southern Pacific. Yeah, this is the same one. They have the Virginia, Western Maryland, Pittsburgh, Lake Erie, Baltimore and Ohio, Chesapeake and Ohio, and Canadian National. And here are the 40-inch PS1 boxcars. They have the Delaware and Hudson, Norfolk and Southern Veterans, Norfolk and Southern First Responders, Pullman Standard, Southern Pacific, Chesapeake and Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Norfolk and Western. They have the 70-ton center discharge ore cars. They have the Union Pacific, Milwaukee Road, Great Northern, Bessemer, and Lake Erie, Sioux Line, Canadian Pacific, Long Island, Burlington Northern. So for the features they have, I'm pretty sure y'all know what the features are. I'll post the link below so that if y'all want to read the features, y'all are more than welcome to. And here are some 60-inch wood deck flat cars. They have the CXS, TTX, Norfolk and Southern. Some of them are green and some of them are maroon pipes. And here are the Norfolk and Western passenger cars. All cars feature two 158 die-cast scale caddy whisker couplers. Some of them are in different colors of red. They have the Diner, coach car number 537, the Norfolk and Western 5-car passenger set. It is dark red, and the 5-car Norfolk and Southern passenger sets. And it's a little bit of light red. I don't know, but anyway. So for the details, they have intricately detailed durable ABS body, metal wheels and axles, constant voltage overhead LED interior lighting, detailed 4-wheel trucks, authentic paint schemes, separate metal handrails, detailed car interiors, caddy couplers, detailed car undercarriage. Each car measures 11 3/4 and 1 3/8 times 2 inches, operates on 22-inch radius curves. And there's also some more passenger cars. They have the Missouri Pacific, the High Valley, Union Pacific, Pennsylvania, Southern Pacific, and yeah. And there's also some heavyweight passenger cars. They have the Pennsylvania, Union Pacific, Milwaukee Road, and Pullman. And no matter how you run it, they have analog DC, DCC, DCS Commander, and the DCS remote control system, DCS Wi-Fi, DCS Wi-Fi Explorer. They also have some compatible, actually, tracking accessories. They have the rail tracks with terminal jointer. And there are also scale tracks where you can, I think you can flex it, I think. Yeah, this is flex track. It says it right there. And there's also a bridge kit. And a operating crossing gate. You can join the M.T.H Railroaders Club and M.T.H Online. And that's it. Hope y'all have enjoyed this video. This is wrap up another catalog video. And as always, be sure to like, comment, hit the bell for notifications, share, and subscribe. Thank all again for watching. And I will see y'all in the next video.